Welcome to more Gran Turismo Sport Closed Beta Specialtatin. Today we have some N300 cars around Branch Hatch GP, and I'm starting on the pole in my Audi TT. Most people in this race are in the Mitsubishi Lancer, but I got the TT going real fast, and I can go on this track about 0.5 of a second faster in the TT than the Lancer. On the small one, I can go about 3 or 4 attempts faster, so here we go, folks. Let's see how well I can do in the not necessarily best car, even though this is the best car to me. The Lancers do get a better run off the start, which is kind of annoying, so no matter how fast I am in qualifying, I always go into this turn in the second or worse. I don't know if I've ever actually led into this turn in a TT, but, well, that just makes it more fun, I guess, because then no matter how much faster I am than second in qualifying, I still have to track down second in the race, because second ends up being first quicker than lickety split because the Audi is slower off the line. So let's see if I can track down first, folks. As of now, it's looking like we're fairly even. I don't want to say completely even because it's still real early on in the race, but I need to be a little bit faster than even to be able to track them now. Obviously, there's still a whole heck of a heap of the race left, but still, even ain't going to get me anywhere no matter how many laps there are. So, let's see how quickly I can track them down, if at all. I'd assume I'll be able to, given that, like I said, I did qualify higher, but it's too early to tell really yet. As for third, I don't think third is going to catch me. I think that's a decent enough lead on third. I think this is going to be a race between us top two here. That ain't necessarily a bad thing because, well, as we've seen with many a video before, racing between the top two can still be really competitive and really fun to watch. For now, though, I think the leader can pretty much run his own line without too much worry about me, and I can run my own line as well, so we'll see whose line ends up being the fastest. I think I did gain a little bit there between about turn 4 or 5 or so and the start of this lap. And maybe that'll end up correlating to enough to be able to make a pass on the last lap, but it's too early to tell yet, folks. That driver is definitely fast, though, even though I am gaining a little bit, like I said. Given that on this one I was top 10 in the world, and really that's sort of kind of relative, too, because this part of Branch Hatch, I'm second in the world. It's kind of... I'll give that driver props for definitely staying as far ahead as he is, because it is pretty cotton-picking and impressive. My TT ain't the fastest off the line, but, well, we've been off the line for a whole heck of a heap of time now, and he still pretty much has the same lead as he did after a few turns off the line. So, yeah, I'll definitely give that driver credit for that. That's good racing there. But I'm going to attempt to do as good a racing as I can, and really I can't complain about the racing that I'm doing. I haven't really messed up or anything yet, and I'm pushing pretty much as hard as I can. I ain't necessarily always 100% perfect, but I mean, I'd say as long as I'm at least 90% or so, I'll consider that about as good as I can do. Again, I ain't necessarily an alien. At times I can look relatively fast, but that's only at times. Aliens are pretty much fast all the time. I don't think I've ever really seen IOF racing make a mistake yet, honestly. There's been times, obviously, where I've kind of put him into a situation which slowed him down, but it still wasn't necessarily him making a mistake. It was just other people putting pressure on him. That's pretty much the only way I've noticed to even compete with the aliens, is you have to pretty much pressure them as long as you can, but you slow them down for as long as possible, which maybe, just maybe, can make other people up there and race with them, so that way when you do make a mistake, other people might be there to be able to still keep the pressure on them. But 95% of the time, the aliens generally do win. Like I said, there is that 1 or 2 races on the channel where I got some lucky breaks. The ones where they wrecked each other, and the ones where I just ran pretty much a perfect race and ran away. But speaking of perfect race, I pretty much have to be perfect here, because it's already the last lap. This, race or whatever, I don't know exactly the name or what they call these race. I know they race A, B, and C, but I don't know if they have an exact name. Like GT6, they call them quick matches. I don't really know 100% what they are in here. I think I can't remember which one this is, race A, B, or C, but nonetheless, whatever race this is a quick one. The laps definitely went by fast here, and it's already the last lap, and well, I'm doing everything I can to catch up, but I think my bottle of ketchup is kind of starting to run out here. I definitely have to use every last drop if I'm going to want to catch up, but holy snikes, I did gain quite a bit there. I'm definitely pushing at 100% right now, because at this point it don't really matter if I wreck thirds a long way back there. So I'm going to pretty much have to push at 100%, but this turn ain't exactly the best turn to pass. So, well, it pretty much comes down to the last turn, folks, and I'll say this, there's a reason why I'm specialtating this race. So we're coming down to the last turn, folks, and let's see what happens here. I don't know, folks, we're just going to have to see. I go it hard here, but can I make it stick? Holy snikes, folks, I did indeedy dandy make it stick. So it looks like I'm going to indeed make a last turn pass for the win there. That's pretty cotton picking cool right yonder. I just made a last turn pass that was clean, that stuck to win the race. I don't think I've ever actually done all of those things at once before. I've made smash lap passes, I've made smash turn passes. I don't think I've ever made a last lap, last turn pass for the win that did stick, that was clean. So, well, that's something different, folks, that maybe, just maybe, can become, well, actually, now that I think about it, I don't necessarily want a last turn pass to be the norm every race. I think I'd still rather win by a whole heck of a heap. But whether this is the norm or not, and probably not, because chances are different races are going to go different ways, that was still pretty cotton picking and entertaining for this race, folks. For more Gran Turismo Sport Closed Beta Specialtatin. Yeehaw!